We spend billions of dollars and countless hours trying to train leaders. But what if that whole approach is, well, completely backwards? What if real leadership isn't a skill you can just teach, but a status you have to earn? Today, we're diving into a powerful idea that totally flips the script, the idea that membership always comes before leadership. But to really get this, we first have to tackle a word we all think we know. So let's start by completely rethinking what it actually means to be mature. So let me ask you this, and really think about it. Could an 8-year-old be more mature than a 50-year-old? The answer? Oh, absolutely, yes. And understanding why that is, well, that's the key that unlocks this entire idea. See, maturity, in this sense, has absolutely nothing to do with your age. It's a state of mind. It's about being open to ideas that aren't your own. It's about being willing to truly listen, not just wait for your turn to talk. And then it's about critically thinking through what you've heard and only then forming your own opinion. It's an active process, not just a number. So your age, that fancy job title, the long list of degrees on your wall, none of that actually guarantees maturity. What really matters is your posture, your fundamental openness to the world and to what other people have to say. This is the foundation we need to build on. Okay, so with that foundation in place, let's get to the main event. It's this idea we're calling the membership principle. And trust me, it's a total game changer for how we think about influence. This quote just cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? The whole idea that we're trying to train leaders, it's a fallacy. That entire industry built on the idea that you can send someone to a workshop and they'll come out a leader, it's all based on a fundamental misunderstanding of how leadership actually works. So, here's the powerful alternative. Leadership isn't some separate skill you learn from a book. It grows organically from something else. The people who become the most effective leaders are, first and foremost, the most dedicated, insightful, and valuable members of their group. They earn their influence through what they do, not through a title they're given. So the path is actually a pretty simple two-step process, but the order is absolutely critical. You don't aim directly for leadership. You aim to be an incredible member. You contribute, you listen, you support the team, you build trust, and then, from that solid foundation of great membership, real, authentic leadership can begin to emerge. You just can't skip step one. Now, this whole membership-first idea really helps clear up one of the biggest points of confusion out there, especially in the professional world, the difference between leading and managing. We tend to use these words like they're the same thing, but they are fundamentally different. Think of it like this. Management is a craft. It's a set of practical skills you can actually teach. Things like how to run a meeting, how to create a budget, how to organize a project. But leadership, that's different. That is the influence you earn by being an amazing member. You can't teach it in a seminar. It has to be learned through action and earned through trust. But wait, there's one more piece to this puzzle. If a manager executes what already exists and a leader influences the group's direction, what do we call the person who comes up with something brand new? Well, that brings us to a third, totally distinct role, the creator. And this is the job of the entrepreneur. An entrepreneur doesn't just manage the pieces that are already there. They look at all the available resources and all the existing knowledge, and they smash them together in new ways. Their main function is innovation, creation. So let's just lay it all out nice and clear. We have 3 distinct roles we're always confusing. Management is all about execution. Entrepreneurship is about creation. And leadership is about the influence you earn by being a deeply committed, outstanding member of a community. And getting these distinctions right isn't just some intellectual exercise. It has huge, real-world implications for how we build our companies, our schools, our whole society. Focusing on membership might just be the most important thing we can do. Just think about your own life for a second. You're a member of a family, a member of a team at work, maybe you're in a book club, a neighborhood group, an online community. Membership is universal. We are all members all the time in so many different ways. Now contrast that with leadership. Of all those groups you're a part of, how many can you realistically lead? Probably just a few, if any. Leadership is specific and it's limited. But being a good member, a mature, contributing participant, that's a skill you can apply everywhere, every single day. So which one do you think is more foundational? This quote really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? We have all these leadership programs, these academies, but what if we shifted our focus? What if, instead of trying to mint a few leaders, we focused all that energy on teaching everyone how to be a better, more effective member of a team? Because here's the ultimate goal, the big payoff. When you teach people how to be good members, how to listen, how to collaborate, how to contribute, you empower them to build stronger communities. The focus naturally shifts to what brings us together, to our similarities, instead of the differences that can so easily tear us apart. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. In our society, in our companies, and in our own lives, what are we really focused on? Are we chasing the flashy title of leader, or are we doing the much more essential work of building strong, collaborative, and mature communities from the ground up? The answer, well, it could change everything.